Only a minute left, everybody. Anybody? Hello. Homeless fish already begging for more. Thanks for making me feel welcome, my friend. Appreciate you being back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Check out the new set, everybody. Huh? How about that? I'm building my own talk show desk. I did the background back there, replaced Butch's desk, got a new microphone I put in over there. Eventually, I'm going to have a little coffee cup steaming over there. It says Crazy Late with Johnny Millwater on it. It's going to be a delight. Howdy, folks. Hope everybody's doing great. My name's Johnny, and I'm very happy you're here. Welcome. I've got a great show for you lined up today. Got a bunch of new songs, a bunch of new poems, some old wisdom, and me. So we'll catch up, see how we're doing. But first, I'd like to do some warm-ups. You know how I feel about the vocal exercises at the beginning. Red leather, yellow leather, 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 red leather, yellow leather. Good blood, bad blood. 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 Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. Sing along if you know the words. 11 benevolent elephants. The words are 11 benevolent elephants. Try it. 11 benevolent elephants. Too late? Moving on? Okay. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Now the advanced. I'm a thistle sifter. I have 7 sieves of unsifted thistles and 7 sieves of sifted thistles, for I am a thistle sifter. Amidst the mists of fiercest frosts, with barest wrists and stoutest boasts, he thrusts his fists against the post, and still insists he sees the ghost. Oh, what to do today, and a minute or two to two, a thing distinctly hard to say, but harder still to do. For they'll beat a tattoo at 20 to 2, a rat-a-tat-tat, a tat-a-tat-too, and the dragon will come when he hears the drum. At a minute or two to two today, at a minute or two to two. One hen, 2 ducks. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 limerick oysters. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 limerick oysters, 6 pairs of Don Alfonso's tweezers. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 limerick oysters, 6 pairs of Don Alfonso's tweezers, 7,000 Macedonian warriors in full battle array, 8 brass monkeys from the ancient sacred crypts of Egypt, 9 apathetic, diabetic, sympathetic old men on roller skates with a marked propensity, procrastination, and sloth. She stood on the balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping, and amicably welcoming him in. Almost got it. She stood on the balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping, and amicably welcoming him in. She stood on the balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping, and amicably welcoming him in. Almost had it. I have been given the responsibility of implementing a new client data management system for our organization. I have been given the responsibility of implementing a new client data management system for our organization. What some are calling indoctrination is plain old hateful bigotry, rooted in a pseudo-Christian, heteronormative, toxic, patriarchal, white supremacist, capitalist, exclusionary delusion. All right, now for the singing. All right, and this is what I look like. This is the big Sunday stream. This is very exciting. I started out doing the Butch streams because I was too nervous to be me, you know. I was too embarrassed to be me in front of the camera. I'm still a little nervous about being me in front of the camera, but it's getting better. So I did Butch, and then I didn't want to make all my mistakes in front of everybody, so I designed a show for Butch first, and now I'm designing a show for me. I'm about a third of the way through. Pretty excited about it, having fun. My name's Johnny. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I have 2 kids and a beautiful wife, and used to do stand-up comedy for the first, like until 2 years ago, until the pandemic. This will be my 25th year doing stand-up comedy. So That's who I am. I'm just a dude who loves to sing. You're in Matthews? Get out of here. You got to come out and see some shows, man. I do live shows in Charlotte all the time. That's so cool. Someday I'll get to Matthews if I save up, you know? Yeah, pretty nice. Well, I feel warmed up. Tell me about yourself there. Homeless Fish, what's up with you? How you feeling? Here, wait, we'll go to the wide shot. How about that? That's got this, look at it, you can read the, yeah, it's coming together pretty well. It's got my little only a ride light there. I made that myself. That took a lot longer than you'd expect. So, how long you lived in Matthews? Up doing Discord debates with terrible people. I haven't been able to get into Discord yet, man. We have our own Discord. It's called the Melting Pot, and I keep on trying to share the link for it, but it just never works. I can't get it out there. But I'm sorry that you got into a fight. What was it about? What was the fight about? Was it important, or were you just passing the time? Truly terrible Discord people. So in Discord in the Discord. That's not cool. Oh, also, I'd like to apologize. I forgot to bring my lavalier mic today, so I'm using the built-in microphone, so it probably sounds a little weird. Well, since you just woke up, why don't we start the big stream, and you can tell me more about what you're fighting about later on. How about that? What the hell on top of my head? That's weird. Your title says, no politics. You may break the rule, absolutely. It's just you and me, man. It's just you and me. If there were a whole bunch of other people in here, I would protect them from the politics. But because it's us, go ahead and tell me what's on your mind. I'm curious. I was hoping the no politics would draw extra people so they'd feel safe, but no, not yet. Soon, you're here. You weren't here a few weeks ago, so you're awesome. Thanks for being here, Homeless Fish. Oh, I can't wait. This is exciting. This is a very exciting time waiting to find out what you're going to type. This is what I like best about Twitch. It's the time between when I type and when you decide what to type, you type and it shows up on my screen. The tension's amazing. A little more warming up since I had a moment. Fun. I can't wait. Wow. I wonder how long the lag is. I guess we'll find out together, huh? Any second. Whoop, here it comes. Let's find out together. There's a bunch of really right-wing people who identify as oath keepers. Well, that's never trust anybody who identifies as something. Yeah. Let's see. Defending January 6th stuff, and they were anti-liberal fascists, but their own family are liberal. That's usually how it works. I got a whole bunch of right-wing folks in my family. I think I'm the farthest left. Maybe my sister, who knows. But yeah, that's how families work. You know, we all think different things, hopefully, unless they drag you to the exact same church they go to every day your entire life, and then who knows the way you end up thinking. But, yeah, what were you arguing about? Oath keepers. Oh, they're defending January 6th. Yeah, well, yeah, they were told. Yeah, I could see. Yeah. Not going to get into it. Not going to get into it. That's the whole point, is for everybody to relax and have a good time. But, yeah, I got you got a liberal family? I got some liberal family, but it's mostly right-wing in my family. I myself am indifferent, kind of agnostic liberally, too. Liberally agnostic. That's catchy. You have to change the title of the show. Very right-wing family. Yeah, that's how it works. All right. I'll tell you what, it has gotten a little bit too far into politics. I'm sorry about the argument. I hope it didn't get too ugly. There's a good rule of thumb that somebody, I think it was Craig Ferguson, was credited for this. He said, before you type something online, ask yourself, does this need to be said? Does this need to be said now? And does this need to be said by me? If it passes those three tests, post away. That's the good advice I heard. Hey, let's spin the wheel. Check it out. I'm working on a design. Wheel. Here we go. Haven't changed the song yet, but soon. Nice. Oh, anything can happen when you spin the wheel. Got rid of all that butch imagery, and soon I'll be putting on something else. Wow, looks like a weird severed head that way. I like it. All right, here we go. Anything can happen when you spin the wheel. No. Poem. Let's head on down to the Poetry Pagoda. Oh, I got a good one for you today, my friend. I have picked out a very, 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 very long poem. It's not that long. It's actually several poems broken up. It's by Lewis Carroll, who you probably know wrote Alice in Wonderland and what have you. This one is called The Hunting of the Snark. Hit the first, the landing. Just the place for a snark, the bellman cried as he landed his crew with care, supporting each man on the top of the tide by a finger entwined in his hair. Just the place for the snark, I've said it twice, that alone should encourage the crew. Just a place for a snark, I've said it thrice. What I tell you 3 times is true. The crew was complete. It included a boots, a maker of bonnets and hoods, a barrister brought to arrange their disputes, and a broker to value their goods. A billiard marker whose skill was immense. I wonder what happens next. Somebody hit the wrong button. And we're back. A billiard marker whose skill was immense might perhaps have won more than his share, but a banker engaged at enormous expense had the whole of their cash in his care. There was also a beaver that paced on the deck or would sit making lace in the bow, and had often, the bellman said, saved them from wreck, though none of the sailors knew how. There was one who was famed for the number of things he forgot when he entered the ship: his umbrella, his watch, all his jewels and his rings, and the clothes he had brought for the trip. He had 42 boxes, all carefully packed, with his name painted clearly on each. But since he omitted to mention the fact, they were all left behind on the beach. The loss of his clothes hardly mattered, because he had 7 coats on when he came, with 3 pairs of boots, but the worst of it was, he had wholly forgotten his name. He would answer to "hi," or to any loud cry, such as "fry me," or "fritter my wing," to "what you may call him," or "what was his name," but especially "thingamajig." While for those who preferred a more forcible word, he had different names for these. His intimate friends he called candle ends, and his enemies toasted cheese. His form is ungainly, his intellect small, so the bellman would often remark, but his courage is perfect, and that, after all, is the thing that one needs with a snark. He would joke with hyenas, returning their stare with an impudent wag of his head, and he once went a walk, paw in paw, with a bear, just to keep up its spirits, he said. He came as a baker, but when too late, and it drove the poor bellman half mad. He could only bake bride cake, for which I may state no materials were to be had. The last of the crew needs a special remark, though he looked an incredible dunce. He had just one idea, but that one being snark, the good bellman engaged him at once. He came as a butcher, but bravely declared, when the ship had been sailing a week, he could only kill beavers. The bellman looked scared, and almost too frightened to speak. But at length he explained in a tremulous tone, there was only one beaver on board, and that was a tame one he had of his own, whose death would be deeply deplored. The beaver, who happened to hear the remark, protested with tears in his eyes, but not even the rapture of hunting the snark could atone for that dismal surprise. It's strongly advised that the butcher should be conveyed in a separate ship, but the bellman declared that would never agree with the plans he had for the trip. Navigation was always a difficult start, although with only one ship and one bell, and he feared he must really decline for his part, undertaking another as well. The beaver's best course was no doubt to procure a second-hand dagger-proof coat. So the baker advised it, annexed to ensure its life in some office of note. This the banker suggested and offered for hire on moderate terms or for sale. 2 excellent policies, one against fire and one against damage from hail. Yet still ever after that sorrowful day, whenever the butcher was by, the beaver kept looking the opposite way and appeared unaccountably shy. That's enough for now, don't you think? Let's read 52nd a little bit later. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. You don't gotta lurk during the live stream. I just mean the hard printing. That's all right. Doesn't need to be said. Now, it's just for online arguments, you know. That was fun. There's like 9 more parts, so let's hope poetry comes up again. Let's head on back to the chat, shall we? My buddy has said, Fish has said, most things I say don't need to be said. Damn it, yes, I'm just gonna lurk from now on. Yeah, I wish you wouldn't, man. Yeah, and they did one of these. I grew up my beard so I can look like this. That guy laughing, that's fun. Yeah, nah, man, you don't gotta guard yourself too much in here. Just talk about some of the things that are worth talking about besides, you know. Oh, my favorite modern comedian. Thank you so much for asking. Oh, that's a great question. Let's see, I'm a really big John Mulaney fan. I guess he's the most modern one that I'm a fan of. I went and saw him at an arena show a few weeks back. And if you knew how much I have severe social anxiety disorder, so being in a stadium is very hard for me. And maybe City Show for comedy, I thought was going to be terrible. It was a great show. He's brilliant. Every note is perfect. So I guess he's my favorite modern comedian right now. Patton Oswalt's still modern, still relevant, and still very important to me. I love Patton Oswalt. I'm a big George Carlin fan. I know he's not living anymore, but his memory lives on, and I listen to him at least twice a week. Let's see, other modern comedians. I just saw Kyle Kinane yesterday. He's very, very funny for a bearded fella. Does a great job. Naturalistic. Man, that's tricky. I had to look on my wall. I have a whole bunch of paintings. I commissioned a whole bunch of paintings for the wall in my kitchen of all my favorite comedians. Chris Rock is brilliant. Dave Chappelle, obviously, I have to picture the draw. The late Amazing Jonathan was very important to me. I love Conan. Chris Rock. Chris D'Elia. Yeah. John Mulaney's very cool. Chris D'Elia, I haven't listened to any of his stuff, man. I've heard mixed reviews about him personally, and I just haven't, it hasn't locked on to me. He hasn't done it for me yet, but I'm always curious if he enjoyed it. He has a good special, pointing me in the right direction. Oh, Brian Regan. What am I doing? Brian Regan is my favorite comedian right now. My favorite modern comedian is Brian Regan. He's brilliant. Absolutely spotless. Everything he does is perfect. I just mean there's not an extra syllable. There's not an inch of fat in an entire hour of Brian Regan shows. He is absolutely fantastic. I love him. So who's your favorite comedian? So you like John Mulaney. You like Chris D'Elia. I haven't seen DC Young Fly. I'm not familiar with DC Young Fly. Is he from DC? Is he young? Would you describe him as Fly? I don't know anything about him, but I can check him out. Let's spin the wheel. Not from DC. Oh, look at all that blank space. Anything can happen when you have that kind of blank space. Come on, give me something good. Oh. Song! Let's head on down to the performance app. That's a fun one for my buddy Fish. Let's see. I'm thinking of closing my Johnny with this, so I want to give it a shot. My Johnny streams, that's what I call it. I do Johnny streams on Sunday and Butch streams on Wednesday. Butch, of course, has Old Chunk of Coal, which I love. It's one of my favorite songs, but I'm still trying to figure something out for me. And this is We'll Meet Again. It's traditional. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. And will you please say hello to folks that I know and tell them I won't be long. And they'll be happy to know as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, I don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's catchy, right? That's fun. Ooh, crowd work comedian. I love talking comedy. Let's do that some more. Really wild comedians, crowd work comedians, the man says. Now, I'm curious who you think of as a really wild crowd work comedian. There's very few people who are famous for that. And I'm always curious who you might enjoy. So I could check them out. Obviously, I'm going to check out that DC Young Fly. I'm going to check out DC Young Fly. I love Fly, right? And I love crowd work comedians. It's just very rare to see them recorded well. You know what I mean? It's hard for that magic to transfer onto video. So I'm curious who you consider to be. Like, I know a guy named Manny Oliveira. He's the only crowd work guy I know makes his living primarily doing crowd work. Of course, John Rickles back in the day had his own thing going, but same jokes, as it turns out. But, Andrew Schultz. I'll write that down. Andrew Schultz. And DJ Young Fly. Excellent. Or Young Fly DJ, DJ Young Fly. I'll put those 3 words into Google and they'll point me in the right direction, I'm sure. Yeah. Are you a comedy fan? Do you consider yourself such? What's the last time you saw comedy live? I try to see comedy live at least twice a month. Like not side shows I'm in. Just like to go out and see comics I like. Fred Armisen's coming to town here in Charlotte next week, but I don't think I can find anybody to go with me for that. Andrew Schultz, I've never even heard that name. I will check him out. Well, what's been the week? Talking comedy. I love it. I love talking comedy. Come on, wheel. Give me something fun. Oh boy. Oh, what's it going to be? What do we got? Poem. All right, let's head on back to the Poetry Pagoda. Saw Comedy Live. Saw Louis C.K. on his comeback tour right before the pandemic. I saw that tour. It's not Tony there, is it? Living in Matthews? Is that you, Tony? I think I saw it with you. Saw it with Tony Esposito, who's a very funny comedian who now lives in Matthews, I believe. That's why I'm accusing you of being Tony. Yeah. That's a tricky thing, that Louis C.K. thing. It's hard to be a fan nowadays. It's hard to admit to being a fan. But I think he's probably one of the top 10 comics who ever lived. I keep on forgetting to mention him on the short list because, you know. So, he's on, like, at the painting that I have on my wall, the series of paintings. He's at the very bottom. He's on the disgraced comic row, along with Bill Cosby. Anyway, let's read some poetry. This is part 2, I believe. This is Fit the Second, the Bellman's speech. The bellman himself they all praised to the sky. Such a carriage, such ease, and such grace. Such solemnity, too, one could see he was wise the moment he looked in his face. He had bought a large map representing the sea, without the least vestige of land, and the crew were much pleased when they found it to be a map they could all understand. What's the good of McCurder's North Poles and equators, tropic zones and meridian lines? So the bellman would cry, and the crew would reply, they are merely conventional signs. Other maps are such shapes, with their islands and capes, but we've got our brave this is the wrong people. Other maps are such shapes, with their islands and capes, but we've got our brave captain to thank. So the crew would protest, then he's brought us the best, a perfect and absolute blank. This was charming, no doubt, but they shortly found out that the captain they trusted so well had only one notion for crossing the ocean, and that was to tingle his bell. He was thoughtful and grave, but the orders he gave were enough to bewilder the crew. So when he cried, steer to starboard, but keep her head larboard, what on earth was the helmsman to do? Then the bowsprit got mixed with rudder sometimes, a thing, as the bellman remarked, that frequently happens in tropical climes when a vessel is, so to speak, snarked. But the principal failing occurred in the sailing, and the bellman, perplexed and distressed, said he had hoped, at least when the wind blew due east, that the ship would not travel due west. But the danger was past. They had landed at last with their boxes, portmanteaus, and bags. Yet at first sight the crew were not pleased with the view, which consisted of chasms and crags. The bellman perceived that their spirits were low, and repeated in a musical tone some jokes he had kept for a season of woe, but the crew would do nothing but groan. He served out some grog with a liberal hand, and bade them sit down on the beach. And they could not but own that their captain looked grand, and he stood and delivered his speech. Friends, Romans, and countrymen, lend me your ears. They were all fond of quotations, so they drank to his health, and they gave him 3 cheers while he served out additional rations. We have sailed many months, we have sailed many weeks. 4 weeks to the month, you may mark. But never as yet, 'tis your captain who speaks, have we caught the least glimpse of a snark. We have sailed many weeks, we have sailed many days. 7 days to the week, I allow. But a snark on the which we might lovingly gaze, we have never beheld, till now. Come, listen, my men, when I tell you again the 5 unmistakable marks, by which you may know, wherever you go, the warranted, genuine snarks. Let us make them in order. The first is the taste, which is meager and hollow, but crisp, like a coat that is rather too tight in the waist, with a flavor of will-o'-the-wisp. Its habit of getting up too late, you'll agree, that carried too far when I say that it frequently breakfasts at 5 o'clock tea and dines on the following day. The third is its slowness in taking a jest. Should you happen to venture on one, it will sigh like a thing that is deeply distressed, and it always looks grave at a pond. The fourth is its fondness for bathing machines, which is constantly carried about, and believes that they add to the beauty of scenes, a sentiment open to doubt. The fifth is ambition. It next will be right to describe each particular batch, distinguishing those that have feathers and bite, and those that have whiskers and scratch. For although common snarks do no manner of harm, yet I feel it is my duty to say, some are boojums. The bellman broke off an alarm, for the baker had fainted away. That's on the 52nd, the snark poem. Let's head on back to the chat. Oh, wait, hold on. Don't I flip it up. Back to the chat. All right, let's see. I think the specials are top-notch. He apologized and very open about what he did. He never tried to act like, oh, I'm being canceled for no reason. Yeah, I never heard him say the word cancel. I kind of like that. He's just like, yeah, I did a horrible thing. Here it is. Here's why. Forgive me or don't. That's all you can do. I accept his introversion too. He looks inwards and doesn't punch down. I don't know about that. I think it's kind of impossible at a certain point not to punch down. You know what I mean? Makes jokes about his kids. That's punching down. Also, physically punching your kids, you'd have to punch down because kids are shorter than people. But when you're rich and white and a major producer, a major talent, and very famous, who are you going to punch up to? God? Yeah? You want to give the president one? Take that? I don't know. Everybody likes talking about the punch down nowadays. That's a good call, I guess. It's nice to hold power to account. But it's also, I think, free game to make fun of whoever's doing something dumb and funny. That's my theory anyway. Hey, thanks for putting all that there in the chat there, Fish. Appreciate it. That was fun to explore. Hey, let's spin the wheel. Hey. Ask me anything. Oh, this is exciting. I'm going to have my very own Ask Me Anything soon enough. But right now, let's just head into the chat, shall we? 60 seconds on the clock. Anything you'd like to know, now is your chance to ask it. Ask me anything. Got questions about stand-up? Got questions about movies or films? It's the same thing, basically. Music, the TV I watched, my family. Probably don't have questions about my family. That's weird, right? But yeah, you got 60 seconds to ask me anything you want. It's an excuse for me to drink my coffee. I keep it under the desk. There you go. Oh my goodness gracious! Yay! It's my friend it's my friend Teeny. How you doing, Teeny? I'm gonna call you Teeny to make it easier on my head. Oh, good questions. This is fun. Okay, we had lurkers. Thanks for not lurking anymore and getting involved. It makes me happy. 5 seconds left. Anything you like. And here we go to the close-up. Oh, wait, not yet. The close-up. All right, the first question was best one-hit wonder song ever. Okay, that's good. Let's see. One-hit wonders. I'm just trying to think. No, he made a whole bunch of songs. If anybody has a favorite one-hit wonder song out there of your own choice, please put it in the chat. I'd love to talk about it with you. I'm just trying to think of one-hit wonder songs. There's that song, Major Tom. That was one guy. Not the one by David Bowie, but the one by the 80s keyboardist whose name escapes me. Man, I love music, and I can't think of a single one-hit wonder song. I only listen to 5 or 6 artists. That's embarrassing. Let's go to the next question. I should have pretended I had one. Next, what have I been watching recently? Thanks so much for asking. I just last night watched the first season of Made for Love on HBO Max. getting ready to watch the second season. That's a series about a tech billionaire who basically marries a woman, but once he marries her, he progressively takes more and more steps until she's basically held hostage technologically in this little center. It's a fascinating look at the nature of love, and it's not really what it's about. It's about the crazy guy thinks it's love, but everybody else can see it as just trying to be controlling, and how those two things could be confused. And it's about her escape and her rebuilding her life. So it's good news. It's a good show. And that's just the first season. Second season, for all I know, she died. That's a good one. Oh, hold on. Writing down Bittersweet Symphony. I forgot about that one. Bittersweet. That's got a really good intro. I'm trying to pick out intros for the different subjects on here. And that's that's all I remember, but it's really good. That's how catchy that is. So I watched that. Let's see. I also just finished up watching Ozark, which is great. Jason Bateman can do no wrong. Laura Linney is an artist of the highest caliber. So much subtlety. Tons of fun to watch. And I watched, Obi-Wan. Dude. The top of my head flew off. That's how excited I am to talk about Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, episode 3. Episode 1 and 2 is fine. I don't want to give anything away, but here's what happens. Obi-Wan, he's a friend of Luke's from you know who Obi-Wan is. I won't start there. Anyway, Ewan McGregor's back. Fun to look at. He's doing a great job. Basically, he's on a mission. He's got to save Space Guppy. That's what I call it. They got baby Leia. They got like a 7-year-old Leia. He's played by the same actress who played Guppy in We Can Be Heroes, which is one of my kids' favorite movies. And I was always pro Guppy because she was the same age as my daughter Charlotte. Super cute. So I call Leia Space Guppy. Anywho, so they are traveling together, trying to get back home to Alderaan before that all went down. And on the way, they run into Darth Vader, and there's a big old Darth Vader fight. And Darth Vader, I'd never seen him look more badass. They show Terminator 2 preview style, the whole suit being put on, the weird burnt up body, and then he comes out and just kills a whole bunch of people nonchalantly, and there's a big old lightsaber fight, totally dominates Obi-Wan, and it's awesome to watch. And I did this in my check a few times because it was that good. So that's what I'm watching. All right. No more questions than to ask me anything. What are you watching? I'm always curious what everybody's going. How's your tape going? Hey, hold on. Let's go on back to the chat, shall we? How's your video going? I know you've been working on like a big, long, that turned out a lot long. Oh, Atlanta. I've been meaning to get onto that. I love Donald Glover. I've seen every episode of Community like 200 times. I want to get into Atlanta. I just haven't had a chance to start that one yet. But I've heard nothing but good things, so I want to check it out. Oh, good pick. Good pick, buddy. I'm a big fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, too. That's my comfort show. I've seen that every episode of that about 100 times. I just love to see people who are worse than me. Ooh, Shining Girls. Very nice. I don't know anything about Shining Girls. Are they women who can see the future and stuff? Or can connect psychically with Scatman Carruthers? It's not as valuable a skill as it used to be. But I'd like to see Shining Girls. I love Apple TV. I can't watch the Apple TV Plus on my TV because there's some kind of fight between Apple and Prime. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so I have to watch it on my laptop. But I just finished watching the Macbeth, the Scottish play. Awesome, fantastic. Denzel Washington, good. Frances McDormand, amazing. And you got your Ted Lasso, delightful. Just a great big hug of a show. Wonderful, moving, funny, charming. Makes me want to be a better person. I love those two shows on the Apple TV. So I will check out the Shining Girls for sure. Let's see, Apple and Amazon fighting about streaming, right? There for some reason, I have to have an Apple box. If I have, I have Netflix. I push my finger on the thing and it goes up on my TV, and I got Netflix on my TV. I do that with everything except for Apple. With Apple, I have to have an Apple TV that's been blessed by Steve Jobs, and then I can watch my shows. I don't know. I hope they work it out because I'd like to give them money instead of stealing their program. Yeah, they're really good shows. Shining Girls. What it's about, though. Here it is. Well, guess we'll never know. Let's spin the wheel. Wheel. There we go. Spinning the wheel. I don't know what to do with all this space. I could do Dancing Girls, but I don't want to be sexist. But at the same time, I love Dancing Girls. I'm not going to pretend I don't. I could do Dancing Me's. That's fun, but it's harder. Oh, movie! Let's go watch a video. Oh, good. You're going to, hey, Melik's team, while we're watching this video, is actually summarizing the program for us, which I can't wait to read. Let's head on down to the theater. Wrong button. Movie house. I don't know what this video is. I bet you it's me doing stand-up comedy. Let's watch it.
5,000 comedy shows.
Oh, this is my show on food.
From the United States of America, make some noise for Johnny Millwater.
This is funny on the fly. In this one, we have 30 minutes beforehand to write all of our jokes about the subjects that are assigned to us. So that's what's going on. That's why I seem unprepared, because I only had 30 minutes to prepare. Hope you enjoy it.
I've been on a new diet the past couple of weeks. I don't know if it's going to catch on. I've been eating whatever the hell I want and planning to die fat. I am going to die so fat that they have to give me 2 plots. It's like Southwest Forever. That's a new joke I wrote this week while I was eating pie. Let's start the thing. Can I have the first topic, please? Bad names for sports teams. Don't forget to take my name down if you can. Beautiful. I've been working on a list. You can probably tell by looking at me, I'm a huge sports fan. And probably a professional athlete. But you'd be wrong. I'm actually a nerd, so I've done my best to come up with 10. I'm a big Dave Letterman fan. 10 bad sports teams names. Number 10. The Orlando Maggots. Number 9, the Oakland Open-Mouth Chewers. Number 8, the Kansas City Creeps. Number 7, the Rhode Island Wankers. Number 6, the Albuquerque Amputees. You'd be rooting for them, but it'd be weird. That one made you sad. Number 4, the Tampa Tampons. Number 3, the Houston Holocaust Survivors. Number 2, the San Diego Herpes. And the number 1 bad name for a sports team, the Charlotte Weird Republicans. I live here, and there's a lot. Or entitled bankers, that's my backup. It's hard to cheer for the entitled bankers. Keep it moving, you're right. You two are sweet. You look like you're posing for a picture. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming up front. May I have the next topic, please? Would I rather have monkeypox or coronavirus? Nice. This is a vanity question, right? This is okay, because you got pros and cons. Coronavirus, you have a hard time breathing. You can't sing. You cough. People shun you, right? Monkeypox. Pox, right? You get poxes all over, like a pox on you, like a witch would get. I have one. I have a hand when the deep state tried to shoot me. That's a bullet wound. And I can't tell you too much about it, but I know that every handshake I've had since this thing showed up on my hand has gone like this. So having a whole body covered with those would really bring down the income. So coronavirus. Rather be dead than unpleasant. Next problem, let's not think about that too deep. Hang in there. There's like 6 other funny people, dude. Don't even worry about it. It's going to be great. I like your jacket. Lowering the Bar. That's the name of my album. Next one. Service animals. Okay, now the most famous service animal, of course, is the seeing eye dog. Here's the thing about dogs. They're colorblind. That's true. Dogs are colorblind, and yet they have the responsibility of seeing the entire spectrum of color. That's stupid. What we need is seeing eye owls, right? Seeing eye owls. If you train them, and then they can see 360 degrees. They only work nights. I haven't worked out all the kinks. But they have better eyesight. There's also service monkeys, right? Like if you're on the Houston Double Amputees, and you need somebody to bring you have a monkey to bring you spoons of pudding. What's that? Somebody has their own joke. That's cool. What would be your service animal? Was that a voice in my head? Huh? You want me to buy you a boat? Build you a boat. Buy you a boat. That'd be stupid. Build you a boat. There's historical precedent. Keep moving. You're right. I always thought that when we, okay, first of all, dogs. All dogs are emotional support animals. I'm going on that everybody should be allowed to have a pocket dog at all times, or they should find a way of making them smaller so you can keep them. I actually have a collection of 2.5 billion tardigrades that I carry with me on airplanes. They kind of cheer me up. We talk about stuff. Tardigrades. They're microscopic oriented. Really? No? Okay. Next week on Nova, nobody gives a shit. Let's keep going. Next one, please. Nova's a show about science. You're doing fine. Okay. What I do to support minority-owned businesses. Ooh, minefield. That boo minefield. Ooh, okay, here's what I do to support. Okay, first of all, when I have sex with a prostitute, she's got to be black. She's got to be black. That is my policy and my taste. That's for me. It's also what I do to support the trans community. That's a coincidence, but that's how I support. It's probably not true, right? Let's keep on moving. Who would win in a fight? Kevin Hart or two Danny DeVitos? I would pay so much money to see that. Okay. In your head are the Danny DeVitos dressed as ninjas? In my head, they're dressed as ninjas. And they're over on one side over here, one side over there, and they got really teeny tiny nunchucks. And they're coming at the Kevin Hart from both directions. He doesn't know what to do. And obviously Danny DeVitos would win because there's two of them and they have nunchucks. I added the nunchucks. But what I would like to see is The Rock fight Kevin Hart using Danny DeVito as nunchucks, using two Danny DeVitos. The sizes would check out. I didn't come up with the idea, man. I just read what's on the sign. You know what I mean? Don't judge me too harshly. Thanks for getting dressed up for the big show. Can I have the next question, please? It's good. It's always nice to know what brand deodorant you use. Thanks for coming out and sitting right up front in the big tank top. You didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve that. You seem like a very nice man minding your business. Okay. The most surprising thing I've ever witnessed. I didn't think you'd laugh at the Danny DeVito thing, so that was surprising. No, the most surprising thing I've ever seen is the birth of my child. I don't know if you guys have children, but yeah, it's surprising because it's not. You're young. I don't want to spoil it for you. The problem with the birthing process is that the baby comes out of an area. It's surprising, and it was previously recreational. It's a change in. My wife's name is Debbie. I call that part of her body her little Debbie. It's cute, right? And I'm supposed to stand there and watch as some bald dude I've never met, no offense, pushes himself face first through my little snack cake. And I was surprised. I knew I'd feel love. I didn't know I'd feel revulsion. But I did. I got over it. Let's keep moving. One more, I think. Alternative fuel sources. This is my last one, and then I got to go. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much for taking a chance on a comedy show you didn't know 100% about. We really, really appreciate you coming out here and supporting all of us. Thank you very much for being here. Sincerely, thank you. Can't do it without you. Thank you. But put a shirt on next time. But thank you very, very much. All of you. Just jealous. I figured this out. I think the only alternative fuel source we need, one that is renewable and one that we will never, ever, ever run out of in this country, spite. If we could get a car to run out of spite, we'd all have flying jets by the end of the day. Let's go ahead and clap there and pretend that was, what's all like, let's just nod, like pretend it's a good point. I didn't say it right, but it's the end, so you're only cheating yourself if you don't. Thank you very much, everybody. Awkward. outward.
Hey, good times had by all. All right, we had a couple people check in the chat while we were watching the video. That was fun. So let's see, up at the very top here, we got Shining Girl's description. Now, Teeny has described the Shining Girl's description. Basically, a girl has a journal to keep track of her life because things keep inexplicably changing around her, and no one seems to notice. Sounds good. Sounds science fiction-y. Sounds multiversy, all of which I'm into. I just saw the Michelle Yeoh masterpiece, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That was delightful. I highly recommend you seeing that. Apparently, it was originally written for Jackie Chan. He passed. Michelle Yeoh took it and ran with it. I love Michelle Yeoh. She's wonderful. Let's see, 30 minutes. That's tough. Very nice of you to say. It is. It's a tricky thing. And the coolest thing about it is like the first few times, the first 10 minutes is sheer panic because you have nothing. And then the last 20 minutes, they start popping up like bubbles and you got to catch them and arrange them. It's actually really, there's no experience like it. It's a lot of fun. 30 minutes. That's tough. Really fun challenge. Fish is not a comedian. He liked my deep state joke. I said, "They'll never stop me." And then I said, "Look at my huge, sexy belly." It is. It's the reason I have this weird shot, because I don't want you to see what's going on down there. Fish said, "It's not a comedian with a huge, sexy belly. That's a huge, sexy belly with a comedian growing out of it." And then I had I got a whoa from Teeny. I don't know what the whoa was for. It was probably the prostitute joke. But I hope you got where that came from. It's obviously not true. I've never had sex with a prostitute, and that's not a moral stand. It's a budgeting issue. I do support minority businesses, just not in ways that are funny. And that sweater adjustment was great. Thank you. This is actually supposed to be a shirt. This is the same shirt. I only have one outfit. You don't know this about me because we've just met there, Fish. I only have one outfit. I have Dickies blue work shirts. I have 10 of these, and I have 10 pants. I recently put on 60 pounds, so I can't button this shirt anymore. I'm not buying a new one out of spite. So I've just been wearing it like a sweater, but it's actually a shirt that's just gone horribly wrong. So I'm glad. Hope you had a couple of laughs. That was a lot of fun. And feel free to type anything you want into the chat. I'll catch up with you in just a second. Right now, let's spin the wheel. I don't have a big enough green screen to do the sexy dance with myself, so I'm thinking of just using online green screen dancing ladies. But again, it's not a sexist thing. It's just a show business. Dancing ladies is an important part of show business. Back to the poem. All right, part 3. Wow, that's a lot of times for poem to come up. Let's head on to part 3. Those who just joined us, we are reading The Hunt of the Snark by Lewis Carroll. Fit the Third, The Baker's Tale. They roused him with muffins, they roused him with ice, they roused him with mustard and cress, they roused him with jam and judicious advice, and they set him conundrums to guess. When at length he sat up and was able to speak, his sad story he offered to tell. And the bellman cried, "Silence, not even a shriek!" and excitedly tingled his bell. There was silence supreme, not a shriek, not a scream, scarcely even a howl or a groan, as the man they called Ho told his story of woe in the antediluvian tone. My father and mother were honest, though poor. Skip all that, cried the bellman in haste. If once it becomes dark, there's no chance of a snark. We have hardly a minute to waste. I skip 40 years, said the baker in tears, and proceed without further remark to the day that you took me aboard your ship to help you in hunting the snark. A dear uncle of mine, after whom I was named, remarked when I bade him farewell. Oh, skip your dear uncle, the bellman exclaimed, and he angrily tingled his bell. You remarked to me then, said that mildest of men, if your snark be a snark that is right. Fetch it home by all means, you may serve it with greens, and it's handy for striking a light. You may seek it with thimbles, and seek it with care. You may hunt it with forks and in hope. You may threaten its life with a railway share. You may charm it with smiles and with soap. That's exactly the method, the bellman bold, in a hasty parenthesis cried. That's exactly the way I have always been told that the capture of snark should be tried. But woe, beamish nephew, beware of the day, if your snark be a boojum, for then you will softly and suddenly vanish away, and never be met with again. It is this that oppresses my soul when I think of my uncle's last words. And my heart is like nothing so much as a bowl, brimming over with quivering curds. It is this. We have had it before, the bellman indignantly said. And the baker replied, "Let me say it once more. It is this that I dread. I engage with a snark every night at the dark, in a dreamy, delirious fight. I serve it with greens in those shadowy scenes, and I use it for striking a light. But if I ever meet with a boojum, that day, in a moment of this I am sure, I shall swiftly and suddenly vanish away, and that notion I cannot endure." That's the end of part 3. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Check on who's still in here. Well, still people watching. Thanks for coming, everybody. All right, let's spin the wheel. Heck, let's go on back to the chat real quick. Hi, everybody. Anything on your minds? Doing okay? That's all we got. A few lurkers in there. I appreciate you. And those of you chatting, I appreciate you even more. Thanks for watching. All right, let's spin the wheel. Wheel. That still makes me laugh. That's pretty weird, right? All right, come on, wheel. Help me out. Give me something good. Something good. Here we go. Here we go. Wisdom! Let me lay down some wisdom from on high. Today, let's do some readings from the Havamal, which is the words of Odin the High One. I just saw the first half of Northman last night before my kids came in and made me stop watching it, and it got me interested. So this is the Havamal, starting where we left off, wisdom at number 32. Oft, though their hearts lean towards one another, friends are divided at table. Ever the source of strife will be that guest will anger guest. Somebody's always going to fight somebody when you get people together. A man should always take his meals betimes, unless he visit a friend, for he sits and mopes and half-famished seems, and can ask or answer not. That's true. You got to eat something at the right time. You'll forget and you'll just sit around being mopey. I do that all the time. That's true for thousands of years ago. Thanks, have 'em all. Long is the round to a false friend leading, even if his dwell on the way. For though far off fair, to a faithful friend, straight are the roads and short. It's hard to get to a false friend, but it's easy to get to a faithful friend. I'll have to give that some thought. One's own house is best. This is number 36. One's own house is best, though small it may be. Each man is master at home. Though we have but 2 goats in a bark-thatched hut, 'tis better than craving a boon. Oh, that's so true. I love being home. I had the 2 goats, the kids, whatever, my kids. They're kind of like goats. And you still eat anything out of that. But yeah, it's better to be home and be the king than out and about and Trump. Yeah, thanks, Odin. This is a repeat of the same thought. One's own house is best, though small it may be. Each man is master at home. With a bleeding heart he will beg, who must his meat at every meal. That's right. Let a man never stir on his road a step without his weapons of war. For unsure is the knowing when shall need arise of a spear on the way without. That is so true. I have, in the trunk of my car, I have a backdrop. I have a mic stand. I have a microphone. I am ready to perform comedy at all times. I never stir a road on my step without my weapons of war. Good advice. Thanks, Odin. One more. I found none so noble or free with his food who was not gladdened with a gift, nor one who gave of his gift such store, but he loved reward could he win it. People give you gifts because they want gifts back. Yeah, I suppose that's true, too. All right, one more. Let no man stint him and suffer need of the wealth he has won in life. Oft is saved for a foe what was meant for a friend, and much worse the one who wounds. I don't know what that means. Hope it helps you. Let's spin the wheel. Wait, let's go back to the chat. Kids are less like goats and more like the donkey from Shrek, following you around, hassling you all the time. I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. You have kids? I got 2 kids. I got a big boy and a little girl. Orion and Charlotte. Yeah, I love them very, very much. This is my one day where I don't see them much because I'm sort of devoted Sundays to comedy. So you know, because you're watching for the first time, a couple of you, I'm in front of a green screen here, obviously, but behind me is the Comedy Zone Charlotte. It's the comedy club here in town, and I simply let me use it on Sundays for a writing group that I run. And I get here a little bit early, and I like to do my stream here because there's no donkeys from Shrek interrupting. So that's what's going on here. Yeah. You guys all right? Anything on anybody's mind? I love chatting, but I have a hard time leading the conversation. I'm a better reactor than I am actor, I suppose. Well, if there's nothing on your mind, let's keep it moving. Hey, Corn Dog's here. Welcome, my friend. Corn Dog meet homeless Gotti. It's pronounced fish, for reasons I can't get into right now. That's my buddy Fish, and I believe my buddy Teeny is also here. Millexteen, who I absolutely adore. Limericks. This is new to the wheel. Let's head on down to the Poetry Pagoda again. Read a couple limericks. Someone really likes limericks. Here we go, 3 picked at random. A tutor who tooted the flute tried to tutor 2 tutors to toot. Said the 2 to the tutor, is it tougher to toot or to tutor 2 tutors to toot? That's not bad. There once was a man from the sticks who loved to compose limericks, but he failed at his sport. They were always too short. I told him, get out of my place. You're an utter uncultured disgrace. You're a simpleton loon. Don't you know a good tune? Then he walloped me square in the face. One more. Ooh, there was a young lady of Kent whose nose was most awfully bent. She followed her nose one day, I suppose, and no one knows which way she went. Not bad. That was fun. Limericks. That's new. That's new. Let's head on back to the talk show desk. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the Melting Pot, Tiny Corn Dog, or the Freak Show. I'm calling this from the Freak Show. I gotta update everything. Hey, Tiny Corn Dog, check out all this new stuff, huh? I'm trying to make the transition from Butch into Johnny, so I've started moving everything around. If you have any ideas what you'd like to see on the big screen here, let me know. We'll figure it out. But I got this. I got the close-up. I got the backdrop. We're having tons of fun. How you doing, buddy? You all right? Thanks for sticking your head in. I appreciate you. Wow. Just looking at, it's hard to tell what the emotes are sometimes. I was just looking at the emotes. Yeah, looking good, feeling good. Thank you very much, Tiny Corn Dog. Let's do a song. Love to sing, after all. Let's do something upbeat. Here we go. This is a lot of living yet to do. There are girls just ripe for some kissing, and I mean to kiss me a few. Oh, those girls don't know what they're missing. I got a lot of living to do. And there's wine all ready for tasting, and there's Cadillacs all shiny and new. Gotta move, 'cause time is a-wasting. I've got a lot of living to do. There's music to play and places to go and people to see. Everything for you and me. Life's a ball if only you know it. And it's all waiting for you. You're alive, so come on and show it. There's such a lot of living to do. Why, there's music to play and places to go and people to see. Everything for you and me. Life's a ball if only you'd know it. And it's all just waiting for you. So come on, you're alive, now show it. There's such a lot of living. Such a lot of living, such a lot of living to do. Yeah. Hey, that reminds me, folks. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. That reminds me. I'm the guy with the truck driver. Hold on. Let's go back. Hey, no, that's my Uncle Butch. Uncle Butch, he's the one who taught me how to do this thing. He ran his show for a long time, and now I'm trying to make it into my show. No hat, no Butch, no mustache, just regular me. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for putting it all together, buddy. Yeah, no, Butch is a character I play. It's fun. I was too shy at the beginning. I was really embarrassed talking to the camera. So anytime I'm shy to do something, I have that character, Butch Smith, who's designed to using the Batman method to give me unearned confidence until I can feel strong enough to get stuff done. So now I've made it. I'm all the way into the Johnny Show. It's only about half decorated. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm probably going to put some George Carlin posters and stuff like that up and around. Try to figure out. Well, thank you very much. I'm not trying to fool anybody, but just trying to show you a good time. Hope you had a few laughs. All right, tell you what. Yay, look, there's a Kermit emote. I didn't know there was a Kermit emote. You know, I met him. I opened. This is true. I opened for the Muppets. I got to meet him and everything. And there was a booth theater here in Charlotte. They were taping an episode of The Bachelorette. And one of the ideas in The Bachelorette was the girl was trying to get impressed with the guy. They were doing a show for charity with the Muppets. So they filled up the audience with people from town, and I got to do warm-up for the TV taping. Got to get everybody going. And I even got to do a Q&A with Kermit, and I felt about 9 years old. It was the coolest I've ever felt in my entire career. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, enough of that foolishness. Glad you're here, Tiny Corn Dog. Hope you're hanging in there, Fish. Teeny, if you're out there, I appreciate you. I still want to have that phone call or FaceTime. I want to catch up. I got time this week. I hope we can do it. All right, let's spin the wheel. It's a weird thing. There we go. I can't wait to see what happens. Well, how should I fill this space, folks? What do you think I should do? Fill with that space behind the wheel. Absolutely, yay! Confirmation. How's your video going, Teeny? I know you're working out for like an hour. Whoop, limericks again? We just did limericks. I mean, goodness knows there's always too many. There we go. Let's try it again. I like spinning the wheel. Anything can happen when you spin the wheel. No! Conspiracies! Ah! Fine. My favorite conspiracy, and I don't know if this is true, but there are some who believe that the nation of Finland does not exist. There are people who believe that the nation of Finland is actually part of the Baltic Sea, and the people who claim to live there... What? I just got a sound effect. Does somebody follow? A gift? Oh, we got a sub! Hey, thank you, Fish! How thoughtful, how exciting. Wow, a gifted sub. Thanks. Hey, you get a request with that. So anytime you feel like it, take a spaceman. I need it since the subject matter is a little heavy. I understand. I don't mean to follow a question. I just finished watching Westworld again. Made me think about it. Whoops, sorry. There was a sound. I got distracted. I'm only flesh and blood. Let's go back to the Finland thing, and then we'll talk about that in the chat. Finland, Finland, Finland. Conspiracy, conspiracy, conspiracy. One of these buttons. There it is. There are some who believe that the nation of Finland is actually part of the Baltic Sea, and the people who claim to live there are really from eastern Sweden, western Russia, or northern Estonia, according to a theory born on Reddit in 2016. What began as a joke quickly gained traction online, spawning numerous subreddits and websites explaining why Russia and Japan made up the fiction. There's another sound. I'm going to look at it in a minute. I'm too intrigued. Made up the fictional country in 1918. The notion goes that the two nations created Finland so that Japan could fish the sea that truly exists there without any environmental complaints or repercussions. The fish that are then caught are shipped via the Trans-Siberian Railway, the real reason it was built, by the way, from eastern Russia, coast to Japan under the disguise of Nokia products. But surely other countries would have gotten to this by now, and they have. According to theorists, they've agreed to keep it a secret and allow Finland to serve as a model for a better world. No real country could so consistently place first in education, healthcare, gender equality, literacy rates, national stability, the least corrupt government in the world, freedom of the press, reads the theory. It's a concept for people and countries to aspire to. Now that is interesting. What do you guys think? Do you think it's real? Oh, look at this. Thank you, Fish. Fish gave a subscription to my buddy Teeny. Hey, this means you get to use all the cool emotes now. Check out the emotes. I love these things. I got applause, I got laughter, I got exploding microphone, I got you're a real American. Check it out. I love these. Emotes. Fun. Thanks, Fish. So what do you think? I know you're pretty well traveled there, Teeny. I know that you have been all over the world. You worked in Australia for a while. I know you worked in Europe. I know you worked in the United States. And I know you worked in the Caribbean, of course. So have you ever been to Finland? Oh, nailed it. That feels good. That feels good already. I love it. Have you been to Finland? Do you know anybody from Finland? Have you ever worked with somebody on a ship from Finland? This is starting to feel kind of real. I'll look into it. I'll make some calls. I'll see if I can't find some Finnish friends. In the meanwhile, let's go back to the chat. Never met a Finn. Wow. Gifting a tiny corn dog. Man, that's so great. Thank you so much. That's my gifted subs. I don't even know how to react to you. Hey, listen, you're the wheel now, okay? So, Fish, you want a song, you want a poem, you want a monologue, you want a joke, you want feelings or something like that? You know the wheel. Call it, whatever you like. I'll do the next one just for you, my friend. But seriously, Taney, do you know any Finnish people? Have you ever met a Finnish person? You have met someone from Finland? George Carlin's Modern Man. Hell yeah. Excellent choice. All right, that myth has been busted by our own Teeny, if she's telling the truth. All right. Let's go to the Poetry Pagoda. Read Modern Man by George Carlin. Excellent choice, my friend. I love reading this piece. This is, I think, the second thing I ever did on the show. I read it as Butch to start with, of course, and it's even funnier as Butch. And my real voice is fun. Here we go. Modern Man by George Carlin. I'm a modern man, a man for the millennium, digital and smoke-free, a diversified, multicultural, postmodern deconstructionist, politically, anatomically, and ecologically incorrect. I've been uplinked and downloaded. I've been inputted and outsourced. I know the upside of downsizing. I know the downside of upgrading. I'm a high-tech lowlife, a cutting-edge, state-of-the-art bi-coastal multitasker, and I can give you a gigabyte in a nanosecond. I'm new wave, but I'm old school, and my inner child is outward bound. I'm a hot-wired, heat-seeking, warm-hearted, cool customer, voice-activated and biodegradable. I interface with my database. My database is in cyberspace, so I'm interactive, I'm hyperactive, and from time to time, I'm radioactive. Behind the 8 ball, ahead of the curve, riding the wave, dodging the bullet, pushing the envelope. I'm on point, on task, on message, and off drugs. I've got no need for coke and speed. I've got no urge to binge and purge. I'm in the moment, on the edge, over the top, but under the radar. A high-concept, low-profile, medium-range ballistic missionary. A streetwise smart bomb. A Top Gun bottom feeder. I wear power ties. I tell power lies. I take power naps. I run victory laps. I'm a totally ongoing Bigfoot slam dunk rainmaker with a proactive outreach. A working rageaholic. A raging workaholic. Out of rehab and in denial. I've got a personal trainer, a personal shopper, a personal assistant, and a personal agenda. You can't shut me up. You can't dumb me down, because I'm tireless and I'm wireless. I'm an alpha male on beta blockers. I'm a non-believer and an overachiever, laid back and fashion forward. Up front, down home, low rent, high maintenance. I'm supersized, long-lasting, high-definition, fast-acting, oven-ready, and built to last. A hands-on, foot-loose, knee-jerk head case. Prematurely post-traumatic, and I have a love child that sends me hate mail. But I'm feeling, I'm caring, I'm healing, I'm sharing. A supportive, bonding, nurturing, primary caregiver. My output is down, but my income is up. I take a short position on a long bond, and my revenue stream has its own cash flow. I read junk mail, I eat junk foods, I buy junk bonds, and I watch trash sports. I'm gender-specific, capital-intensive, user-friendly, and lactose-intolerant. I like rough sex. I like tough love. I use the F word in my email, and the software on my hard drive is hardcore. No soft porn. I bought a microwave at a mini-mall. I bought a minivan at a megastore. I eat fast food in the slow lane. I'm toll-free, bite-sized, ready to wear, and I come in all sizes. A fully equipped, factory-authorized, hospital-tested, clinically proven, scientifically formulated medical miracle. I've been pre-washed, pre-cooked, preheated, pre-screened, pre-approved, pre-packaged, post-dated, freeze-dried, double-wrapped, and vacuum-packed. And I have an unlimited broadband capacity. I'm a rude dude, but I'm the real deal. Lean and mean, cocked, locked, and ready to rock. Rough, tough, and hard to bluff. I take it slow, I go with the flow. I ride with the tide, I've got glide in my stride. Driving and moving, sailing and spinning, jiving and grooving, wailing and winning. I don't snooze, so I don't lose. I keep the pedal to the metal and the rubber on the road. I party hardy, and lunchtime is crunch time. I'm hanging in, there ain't no doubt, and I'm hanging tough. Over and out. Love it. Back to the chat room. Oh, that's a great piece. I miss George. There's a new documentary on HBO Max now if you're interested in such things. I sure am. Watched it twice already. I love George. That was so much fun. All right, now listen. The person you met from Finland, are they really from Finland? Are they a real person? Are you certain it wasn't some kind of, I don't know, Westworld type host android situation? Or maybe just someone like from Estonia pretending to be from Finland so they can get the Finland spot on the ship? None of these concepts make any sense. How you doing? You all right? Keep it moving? You're right. Let's spin the wheel. I'm almost out of coffee, folks. That was fun. Thanks again for the subs. That's so cool when that happens. This is great. I'll be able to prove to my various family members that I'm not wasting my time. All right, let's do a quick limerick. Why not? Just one. To compose a sonata today, don't proceed in the old-fashioned way. With the toes on the keys, bang the floor with your knees. Oh, how modern, the critics will say. Delightful. Who doesn't like a nice limerick? Back to the chat. Right? Sounds like Finland exists propaganda. Probably because you're under the thumb of Big Finland. Or Fish. I think it was Fish. I wasn't really listening when I was talking. But yeah, the thumb of Big Finland. Think they're so big. All right. We'll have to do some. All right, but evidence is circumstantial. No, what's the word? Not circumstantial. Anecdotal. Yeah, that's what smart people say. That evidence is anecdotal at best. Laugh plus. Oh my God, I've never seen a laugh plus emoji. That's fantastic. Laughing more than you. That is delightful. All right, let's spin the wheel. I love Twitch. I'm learning so much. Twitch. Here we go. Anything can happen when you spin the wheel. Laugh plus, King said. It's such a way with, I was going to say words with symbols, I suppose. Such a way with symbols. Riddles! Well, that's a rare treat. Let's head on down to the riddle room. Nope, that's ASMR. Riddle room. There we go. What is always in front of you, but can never be seen? What is always in front of you, but can never be seen? It's your future. I'm going to be honest with you. I put the riddle room in for my daughter. She was the only one watching for a while. She was like, 2 riddles, Daddy. And she's 7, so I did. So the future is not what it used to be. Wow, that's some clever stuff, buddy. I like that one. All right, let's go back to the chat. Now, the answer is your future. Yeah, you knew that. All right, here we go. Spin the wheel. Let's go to the chat. This is nice. I'm having fun. The future is not what it used to be. That's worth having a poster in the back right there. Hey, maybe I could do that. I could put like like up there. I see a lot of people, like when they have subscribers, they put their names on a thing. I could have like a whole thing up on the top there of my favorite subscribers, those who used to subscribe. Mere pleb did not come up with that phrase. Mere pleb. This is nice, man. Somebody from Matthews knowing what plebeian means? Plebeian, I suppose, if you're singing that song. Nice. You're all right, buddy. Appreciate you. Future is not what it used to be. That's a bumper sticker waiting to happen. Anybody else have anything on their mind? Cool. Let's spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Anything can happen when you spin the wheel. Oh, you live in Matthews. You're not from Matthews, though. You must be a New Yorker to make that distinction so clearly. Where are you from originally? Video games! All right, let's take our shot. Here we go. You know how this works, folks. You look at the screen. Navy bases with my dad. Puerto Rico, California, and Florida. 3 places with very similar weather. What dog? Would you get out of here? I'm trying to do a stream. Okay. Cyclosobin. Nope. All right. Cloybin. Cloy. I'm going to put Cloy. That's a word. Cloy. Naz Roosevelt, Naz Jackson, and Naz Lamore. Oh, that's probably, I don't know. Bay. It's got to be at least 4 letters. Sorry, that's my fault. At least 4 letters. So Clay would work. Okay, and there's one word that uses all the, oh, there it is, balcony. You already got it. Way to go, Teeny. Only. There you go. Nice. Only, boundly, oblongly, bone-like, Bob Oblong, Cabalon, Cabalon. Oh, it's a good one. Babylon, Lobby, there's 2 B's in lobby, Lombi, and Babylon, nice. Only 1 B though. Balkan, Blanc? That's French, but who knows? All right. I do. You can't use it. Annie, Laney, Lanket, Lepet, Lano, Blanco. Oh, okay, misspelled. Just in case. Nope, okay. Blazeman, Bonen. I think it's one of the things that I believe in most in life is that if you do anything enough, you'll get good at it. And my hope is if I keep playing this game over and over again, I will. Clay Knob, come on, give him Clay Knob. You can't. I'm going to give you the winning thing just for Clay Knob. I love it. Here you go. Moving to the next level, the Clay Knob is excellent. Clay Knob is worth the price of admission right there. Well done, my friend. Thanks for playing the game with me. I appreciate both you and Teeny for getting involved. Although in this particular case, it was mostly Teeny. Well done. Thanks for playing. I know you love puzzles. Okay, let's head on back to the chat chalet. That game is very difficult. I think it'd be easier if I had 50 players. I think really it's supposed to be for big groups of people. But, you know, we got kind of an intimate thing going on here for a while. So, yeah. All right, it's almost out of time. Last chance for thoughts. Is there any thoughts on the new layout? Is there anything that you'd like to see? Anything that there isn't enough of? I'm going to add a dog. I'm going to add a coffee cup. I'm going to add the names of my favorite streamers up there. We got a few people who've been coming in. I worry about Nonsequently, but I think she just got back from Poland. For those of you watching who are familiar with my friends Nonsequently and Kali, Kali lives in Poland. Nonsequently lives in Connecticut. And Nonsequently went all the way up to Poland for 2 weeks. And she flew back last Sunday during my last stream. So she wasn't there. So I can't wait to find out how the trip was and learn all about it. So we look forward to that on our next stream. Don't forget, next Wednesday is my Butch stream, 7:30 to 9. And I don't think I have anything coming up this week. Nothing to promote. No shows. So I'm just working with my family, having fun. So nothing to talk about? Fair enough. Let's spin the wheel. Wheel. Sorry. I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm on my way. Had to pee. I didn't think anybody would notice. I'm not doing conspiracies again. Spin the wheel. Everybody notice I was gone to pee? Nah, right on. That was part of the charm of the wheels to give me a second to get straightened up. Song! Let's head on back to the theater. Not that guy. This one. There, behind the curtain. There we go. What kind of song should we do? Nobody cares. Fair enough. I'll pick one out. There's one I did on my Wednesday stream as Butch, and I'd like to do it as me. This is Leaving on a Jet Plane. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye. But the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blowing his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down. So many times I've played around. I tell you now, they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I'll think of you. Every song I sing, I'll sing for you. When I come back, I'll wear your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. Now the time has come for me to leave you. One more time, let me kiss you, then close your eyes. I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come when I won't have to leave alone. About the times I won't have to say. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Well, folks, I want to thank you very much for watching. We're going to close up a little bit early today. I got to go across town to do a thing, but I want to thank every one of you for being there. Thanks for watching Homeless Fish. Thanks for sitting in the entire show, man. I can't do it without you. I really, really appreciate you having my back for the entire performance. Alien Conglomeration, Asuka, welcome. I appreciate you being out there. Caddy, Homeless Fish, Teeny, and Not a Mr. Beast. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being out there and taking the time to watch. I don't have a new closing song yet, so I'm just going to sing Chunk of Coal, which was cool. The other day, I watched the Norm Macdonald special he recorded by himself, kind of like this, a couple years back, and it was excellent. I loved the Norm Macdonald special. And after the credits, they played Old Chunk of Coal, which is how I found out about Billy Joe Shaver, was the Norm Macdonald, so it's pretty cool. I'm just an old chunk of coal. I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'm gonna go and glow till I'm so blue, perfect. I'm gonna put a smile on everybody's face. I'm gonna kneel and pray many days, lest I should become vain along the way. I'm just an old chunk of coal now, Lord, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'm gonna learn the right words to talk. I'm gonna search and find a better way to walk. I'm gonna spit and polish my old rough-edged self till I get rid of every single flaw. I'm gonna be the world's best friend. I'm going to go around shaking everybody's hand. I'm going to be the cotton picking rage of the age. I'm going to be a diamond someday. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope to see you Wednesday at 7:30. Tell your friends on Discord. Tell all your Twitch buddies. I need more people watching. But you guys were great tonight. Thank you so much today, this morning. Hi, well done. This afternoon. Some of it was morning. Now it's, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. And remember, the only way to save this country is for all of us to love one another. So love yourself and then love somebody else. See you soon.